The chef must have, and even worse, you're replacing a green veg with a yellow
And
veg.
everyone threw a fit. And I was like, listen, I've been doing this for years. Canteens, I know we move with seasonal veggies. Spinach is not you cannot buy it at this time of the year. It's not there and it's overpriced. So I'm not going to lose my profit on my plate because of spinach. Let's make a plan. But now because we've got smoothies that have spinach, we've got detox drinks that have spinach, I'd buy just enough for the bar to produce.
Yes.
And I'd literally kill the kitchen. But we all got
The chefs are busy listening at the restaurant going, ha, 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 ha. She sacrificed.
I know, right? But our customers understand. The beautiful thing about customers is when they walk in and you tell them from get go, they know what to expect. So they'll tell you, I don't want butternut. Do you have seasonal veggies? Do you have mixed veggies? We can produce that.
So the menu that was served to us today, we had some goat meat, some livers, curry onions, so onions, lamb chops. We had fried rice and dumpling, but also there was a side of sort of like a acha.
And chili rice.
There was a chili on the side as well. Talk to us about the menu and how you keep it up to date.
So we're a contemporary fine dining restaurant. We've got Weleda Health next door. If you know Weleda Health, they do organic medications. In the spirit of keeping all that together, we've got detox drinks, we've got health smoothies, we've got salads to accompany all of that. Then we've got, it's not just the African that we do, so we serve from breakfast right through to dinner. We do the breakfast, you've got your full breakfast, English breakfast. We've got tramezinis, we've got sandwiches, we've got, for summer, we've got smoothies, your peanut butter, your berry smoothie, which is a big hit. We've got, what else? We've got everything.
And for those of you that like sides like Lidombolo, I mean, you can head over to the Instagram pages and you'll be able to just take a look at what they're able to serve. The website newsbistro.co.za. And I mean, this restaurant came from, it was a space that was an existing restaurant prior. When you do something like that, because obviously it costs a lot more if you are starting up a restaurant to go into a place that never was set up to be a restaurant, in terms of where your kitchen is, where your plugs are. How do you breathe new life into space that people are already familiar with?
So the place was known for jazz and the portraits on the wall. Now the beauty about the current owner is he's an art collector. He's an art
Yes.
lover. So what you will see is different from the previous. Is it's a much lighter space. The colors are lighter. The artwork is bigger. The artwork is the customers are ranting and raving about the artwork. So you would be eating, you would be looking at something, and each artwork has a story to tell. Each artwork has its own name, it has its own identity, and it's homegrown. We're not just getting artwork from overseas.
Yes.
It's artists from home.
What are some of the challenging conversations you have being a manager with the owner of the business? Because you live the day to day and they kind of do the overview. They come when they want a plate and then to check in. Am I right? They come for supper, but you deal with the day to day. You do get owners who are manager owners, but in this case, it's separate. What are the kind of difficult conversations you have, because there are things he won't see and there are things that you won't know?
As a lawyer.
I love how you say it. He's a lawyer, and we're all like, "Oh, girl, we feel." So you can't argue with him; you'll lose. He's a
And things must make sense.
Things must make sense.
It really itemize and make sense.
What happens though, because now you can be caught between what the chefs want, which I'm a creative. There are things that don't make financial sense. But for me as an artist, theater sense. Because maybe you can't justify why this costs so much money. But to me as the creative, it's only gonna make sense with that thing.
He'll slap you with why you're spending money you don't have.
Oh!
Um, look, I because he's been an attorney all his life.
Yes.
I'm trying to ease him into everything. I'm trying to sort of sometimes, okay, when we did the compliance for the kitchen,
Yes.
I had to justify why we're using the chemicals and not using jig and not using.
Oh, I understand.
So everything has to come with a very long email.
An explanation.
Yes, with an explanation, and he'll tell you. I reason better when I see an email rather than on WhatsApp.
I feel like he must come train my team because Linda came out when I the email and the no, because it makes everybody accountable. So
Yes.
even then when you are the owner and you make a decision that might have an error to it, you
Yes.
become accountable.
You think twice.
Yes.
When you have a person like that you're reporting to, you think twice before every decision that you make.
Because then
It must make sense.
yes, because now Lorna, when you're typing, you realize, this is not making sense.
Yes.
Delete the draft and go back. Why should people come to News Bistro?
Oh, the food is beautiful.
Mm.
The service is beautiful, and everyone will speak about service. But we're one big happy family. The artwork will add in, the music will add in. And the beauty about us is we even allow you to connect to the sound. So if you feel like hearing your own stuff, we allow it.
Listen, you sold me on that one. Because I've been in restaurants where I'm like, connect her to Bluetooth.
No,
I'm not happy.
We are not even finicky. We won't even fight with you.
Oh my goodness. Where in Bryanston can we find you?
We're on Corner Main and Carl Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Call ourselves Branston's Best Kept Secret.
I love it. News Bistro. Head over to their socials. That's NU News Bistro. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Time for your latest eyewitness news headlines. Good afternoon.
Thanks, Lebohile. A very good afternoon. We begin with breaking news.
Thank you so much.
Flysafair has confirmed that
You've got your photos. They're going to send you. I hope you had fun. Discover Shy next time. Because I need the whole story. Yeah? Sharp.
salary adjustments.
Guys, we're changing studios after this.
With rest time. The DA says the parliamentary review can a 10,000 rand fine for Deputy President Paul Mashadile's failure to declare a diamond gift can't be the end of the saga. The party's chief whip, George Mikalakis, says the sanction by Parliament's Joint Ethics Committee was not harsh enough. He says the circumstances diamond dealer National Police Minister says he brings experience and research-based leadership to the police portfolio.
Guys, my laptop is freezing.
And as a minister and subsequently appointed to act as the head of the police ministry.
Abel, are you opening up the live read for me?
Pretoria today. Those are the headlines. This EWN and more at 2 or as it happens.
EWN traffic. Well, at this stage in the Protea Glen area, there is bumper traffic N12 westbound between the R554 Abu Bakr Drive and the R558. Also in the Lenasia area, expect some delays on the Golden Highway. This is between the N12 and the R554 Nirvana Drive. Durban Deep heading towards Joburg, traffic heavily backed up on Randfontein Road between Collet Avenue and Miles Stoker, while traveling through the Melrose Santon area heading towards Midrand. Expect heavy delays on the M1 northbound between Athol Oakland and Marlborough Drive. And finally, slow-moving traffic that's the area on Open Road between Main Road and Stonehaven. If you come across any other traffic issues, please SMS us on 31702. We are also on X at EWN Traffic.
Please take to the other studio for me. Please take to the other studio for me on the desk. Celebrate Women's Day in style. platinum or golden standing ticket to see Grammy award-winning singers Anthony Hamilton and Joe Thomas. And the freedom to bring your
How's
own
it?
technique.
Good.
Unforgettable experience. Happening at the iconic BP World
Hi. Sorry.
by South Africa's multi-award-winning singers.
Oi, how's it, gents?
Brought to you by Soulful Night, Effect Events, and 702.
Powerhouse storyteller and after graduates who earned her Bachelor of Arts in Motion Picture cum laude. From a young age, Uminati knew that storytelling was her calling, but financial hurdles nearly dimmed her dream. That all changed when she received the Hollywood Foundation's Future is Bright bursary. It lifted a huge weight off her shoulders and gave her the freedom to focus fully on her craft. She began making bold moves.
Hi. I don't see my producer. I'm looking for her actually. I think maybe because she was supposed to help me move. You have everything. I do. I just I'm not in on this computer. I asked because you see I can't see my clock right now. Let me try to organize my life quickly. Else we're gonna have dead air. I asked Abel to give me a promo and I don't have one. Ooh. He's still there. Remember? Karabo, please ask which camera should he be on? I think he's supposed to be here, hey? Because we live streaming. I think it's this camera. Who is sitting here? Yo. Pash, you forgot me. Okay, give me none of my screens are open. Don't worry. Thank you so much. Because it's refusing to go down. Thank you so much. Okay, we're going in 30 seconds. All phones on silence, please. Every single one. Do they just call you Ronnie Deep? Yeah, Ronnie Deep. Okay, cool. Here we go. 24 minutes to 2 o'clock, as we do on a Friday, some music before we motivate and uplift you for the weekend. So it is time for 702 Unplugged with myself, and today I'm excited. We're doing something a little bit different. It's not often that we have producer DJs in studio with us, and I'm looking forward to this one. I was saying to my producer, "Hey, does this one perform? Give like a performance." She says, "Don't worry, we got you. There'll be vocalists. It's going to be a vibe." So we're joined by producer and DJ Ronnie Deep. Your calls with your questions, 011 883 0702, and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702. Ronnie Deep in the building. How are you? Listen, the shades, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm feeling pressure. Where are my sunglasses? In the future. I thought it's a part of the DJ look. Is that part of the brand? Yes. Where are you from originally?
From a village.
Okay.
Yeah.
I knew. It's a motor kwa man, kwa north. I knew. I said, these are my people. What were some of your big influences? Because musically, once you're in that area, the sound is so different.
Yeah. Penny.
Oh yes.
Disco Shangan was
Yes.
something that I grew around. My uncle actually was a taxi driver, and he would play this music every day. So yeah, that was my influence. Funny enough, I even sang some of the Penny songs in church.
For real?
Yeah.
How?
It was just a passion. I think I was like 5 years old. So yeah.
In church?
Yeah, in church.
Did you change the lyrics?
I didn't. But my grandmother had to reprimand me. Yeah. And I grew up in church, by the way. I also played keys in church. So yeah. So that's where the change is from.
And you know what I like about what you said is there is a lot of a house type of music, especially that soulful, deep house that is rooted in them church chords. Oh, you can hear the organ in the background busy going there. And I absolutely love it. I was actually having a conversation with someone where we're trying to describe what is it about deep house that is so different, because for me there's something spiritual about it and I can't explain. Maybe you as a DJ can tell me if you know what it is.
Yeah, for me, looking at myself, right, is like more storytelling, and obviously house is influenced by a lot of genres, and jazz is one of them. I love jazz. So yeah, you spoke about chords and things like that, but I incorporate that into my music, So yes, it's spiritual, yeah.
In terms then of deciding, because if you were you could play the keys or can play the keys, what made you decide to go the DJ route? Because it is such a close relationship where you get DJs that can produce, and I can hear the difference in the more musical DJs just in terms of how they mix. Some DJs don't mix in key, they just mix to beats and tempos that they adjust. But you get the DJs who mix in key, right? And then you get the DJs who not only mix in key, but you can hear the relative chords. You can hear, yes, and you can listen to a song and already hear three other songs that you could transition into. What made you want to go into that space?
Honestly, I was just a music producer, like house music producer. I didn't want to DJ myself, but music actually took me out because my followers actually wanted to know who's this guy who's making the songs. We don't want other DJs to be playing his songs, so I had to step out and DJ, and I then fell in love with that. So that's how I started. So yeah, I started as production, then DJ.
I thought you were gonna tell me that you had to start DJing because people didn't know how to mix your songs. They were messing up your songs. Can you mix?
No, the songs were played by proper DJs.
Yes.
The likes of Tunisia.
Yeah. Oh.
So they were in great hands. However, these days they want to see the men behind the production, and that's the new thing now. So you've noticed.
Yes,
Yeah.
and what would you then share just in terms of advice? I mean, you work with vocalists. You have a lot of young people trying to get into the business. It's tricky now. You have to be a brand, and you have to have social media, and all of these things. What advice would you give to the young person trying to get into this industry?
Firstly, I think the most important thing is to be honest to yourself. Know who you are. Know your sound. Yes, there's a lot of sounds. You can get inspired, but be you. And there's so much information right now. We live in YouTube times. Sit, understand how music works, understand the contracts, understand how to carry yourself as a brand, understand what do I do daily before I get there. I think it's the best thing that you can do right now using social media to put yourself out there, and no one can gatekeep that. As long as you are consistent, that's the most important thing.
We get to hear his music when we come back. Ronnie Deep on 702 Afternoons. All done. The stage is yours. Why not? No, I'm a deep house girl, so for me, no, because it is soul music. You strip away the beat, and you've got a beautiful acoustic soul R&B sound. But I expected it because you're taking us to church. Raweshiba. Pashi, please tell Tisetso, because there's a DJ deck, let's take the photographs in front of it. So to showcase that we have a DJ in studio, I think it's important. Stand by. Celebrate Women's Day in style with exclusive platinum or golden standing tickets to see Grammy Award-winning singers Anthony Hamilton and Joe Thomas. Enjoy complimentary seating, dedicated bar areas and restrooms, and the freedom to bring your own picnic blankets for a relaxed, unforgettable experience. Happening at the iconic DP World Wanderers Stadium in Sandton, they'll be joined by South Africa's multi-award-winning singers, the incomparable Zonke, Java, and Vusi Nova. Get your tickets now on CompuTicket or webtickets.co.za. Brought to you by Soulful Night, Vertex Events, and 702. All right, we've got a minute to go. Are you guys ready?
Ready?
I really hope the sound that they play the music in studio, because it bleeds into the mic. So you might not hear everything.
We'll just communicate.
No, I mean for your live. Yeah. The people on your live, ne? The only time they hear is if we have like an acoustic band, but because we can't play the music into studio. But we still leave it on. They can see. On, yes. Guys, if you want to hear the sound properly. 30 seconds, guys. I'm going to introduce you. Are you going to talk in between your songs? Or are you just going to keep going? So is the song list like this order?
So it's 3 songs.
Give you next chapter.
Yeah.
Welela. I mean, no, one more bed vibes.
16 minutes to 2 o'clock. It is time to hear him for the first time. 7:02 afternoons. Mr. Ronnie Deep. She can't hear. She can't hear.
How we doing? I go by the name of Moses.
Woo!
I'm rocking with Ronnie Deep. We on 702 on a Friday afternoon. No bad vibes here. Nah, 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 nah. We don't need no bad vibes here. Nah, nah, nah. We don't need no bad vibes here. Yeah, yeah. If you feel good, say yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If you feel good, say hey, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If you feel good, say yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't bring no bad vibes here.
Yeah, yeah.
Say yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Don't bring no bad vibes here. Ain't nobody gonna break my spirit. Where were you on your happier days? Only call when I get paid, yeah. How you gonna be my friend when you need my help? Then you disappear. Don't need the stress, I don't need a friend that's just like you. But you, hey. Yeah, yeah. I don't bring no bad vibes, yeah, yeah. And if you feel real good, say yeah, yeah. You in the driver's seat, say yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Hey. Yeah, yeah. I don't bring no bad vibes, yeah. Ain't nobody gonna break my spirit. Where were you on your happier days? Only call when I get paid, yeah. How you gonna be my friend when you need my help and you disappear? Don't bring that stress. I don't need a friend that's just like you. Don't bring no bad vibes here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Don't bring no bad vibes here. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Woo. Don't bring no bad vibes in. Ain't nobody gonna break my spirit. Where were you on your happier? Only call when I get paid, yeah. How you gonna be my friend when you need my help and you disappear? Don't need that stress. I don't need friends. It's just like you. Yeah, yeah. If you feel real good, say
Yeah, yeah,
I can't hear you say yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Hey, I go by the name of Admiral Moses, and I'm rocking with the Ronnie Deep.
Yeah, yeah,
On a Friday afternoon, 702.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Happy Women's Month, y'all.
Woo!
All the ladies, happy Women's Month at home, in studio. Impelo encima, so que seas, but there is no reason to ever give up. You gotta keep on holding on, pushing on and pressing on, and everything will be alright. Alright.
See so well.
Come on. When a lot of pressure,
See so well.
when a lot of pressure, see so well. When a lot of pressure, see so well. When a lot of pressure, it'll be encima. So que seas, but there is no reason to ever give up. You gotta keep on holding on, pressing on and pushing on, and everything will be okay. Banana, banana.
Shout out to the vocalist live in studio, Sebenzile Ntobeni, as well as Amogelang Metebe. And that is it from Ronnie Deep, producer, DJ, engineer, taking us to church on a Friday with some deep house music. Yo, first track, Wamuke, second track was Bad Vibes, and this one, Welela. Hi, man, what a way to close out on a Friday. Come on. Hey. All right, 2 sets on, let's go. Time. Woo! Ayo. Guys, that's my kind of groove. Yeah, you see, I don't go clubbing at all. But a good deep house set, I'll probably be there.
Oh, you like?
Huh?
You like on
Yes, I'm live
dancing?
dancing.
No, I'm saying dancing.
I was dancing. I was full within. Jaivo. Okay, I think let's take pictures in front of the desk. Let's feel it here so that people know. Oh, thank you.
Now,
Go straight.
You're walking very clearly. You guys just walk back and
This is a beautiful day.
Oh, yes. We are bathroom.
Good afternoon. My sector has confirmed that the strike by some
No, listen, guys, that was fire. You see, I can hear a producer DJ who is a musician. Everything is musical, not just random shit. Makes sense. These mixes are like, but guys, yeah, I did the checking that this thing is like, then you just adjust the tempo. You don't check what the tune now sounds like. Okay, where do you want us? You want us at the back? Okay, let's do the.
So what?
Okay, one with us two, and then we'll. I was like, where's the
So just a bit. Relationship with Diamond D and Stephen Berger. Stephen Berger and his wife carried his place in
Limpopo!
Yes, ma'am.
Listen,
You got the vibe.
Yeah. No, such a vibe. Thank you. Thank you. There we go. Sisters in the middle.
sure.
The DA will continue to ask these questions until we have.
Don't worry, I know the people. No, it was too fire. I think that's on. Oh, they've got their own photo. I was gonna say, don't you want to do a photo of your group alone without me? Then they have it. Nah. Do one of them without me so that they can have the stuff.
Acting
Hey?
police commissioner. Acting police
Sure. Where's your phone?
Kutshane was sworn in as a minister and subsequently
Ooh,
appointed.
you got the keys to the millions.
Oh, yes. Feroz Kacharia steps into the police ministry with his predecessor kindly facing allegations of unduly using the office.
Is there a claim? Just need to angle slightly.
However, Kacharia says it's not face. Kachale has previously served as the
Okay, it's fine. I'll just.
safety and on various anti-corruption boards. The 67-year-old says he'll be
Guys, we need to clear. Abel, us rushing to the other studio might have been. Yeah, but it's fine. Because they took us off live, eh? No, we're not live streaming. I checked video.
No, it's a different one. Remember on Friday,
Kachale says he's not been given a timeline of how long his acting will last, saying he serves at the pleasure of President Trump.
There we go. So is it a new link? I don't know, it's after each feature.
Yeah, they tried to start.
I didn't know because I was live on the thing. Yeah? No, it's fine. I've got it here. Yep.
Steve is here so excited. He says he's a fan. Yeah, he's like, I'm a fan.
I'm trying to see.
It was live. His performance was live the whole time. It even caught you dancing there. It was live the whole time.
Ooh. We dancing. They saw me.
Oh, we are live.
Listen, the set was fire. It was deep house. I was, yo. Listen, guys, you are my piano fans don't understand. For the house in all of that.
Even forgetting to wake. Okay, I'm just
I would make him
We must have.
For next week. It follows a thunderstorm warning issued yesterday affecting parts of southern England, according to forecasters.
Because I was feeling.
Are said to be the worst hit areas with a yellow warning in place. Forecasters say the second half of this month is said to be encircled with predominantly high wind conditions.
Guys, that little life of mine. Abel keeps asking me to come.
Okay, I'm gonna go fetch him. Must I fetch him? Oh, must I wait?
Tables and everything. It's fine, I'm gonna bias with the song. But this is why we have to go back to the other studio. Abel, please find a Steve Dyer song. Stand by.
Well, in Protea then Soweto expect about a 20-minute delay. That's on the N12 westbound between the R554 Abu Bakr Drive and the R558. Santon, also slow-moving traffic heading towards Midrand. M1 northbound between Collard Avenue and Marlborough Drive. And finally in Calvin, that's heading towards Germiston. Accident scene N3 South. This is near the between change, causing heavy delays.
It's a fine Friday afternoon in Gauteng today. Temperature
Any Steve Dyer song? Let's do one of his songs. Did he give songs? There's no songs, girl. Just search Steve Dyer.
Oh, there's
no songs.
I didn't put the songs on.
No song.
What songs did he ask for? Put one of his songs, Abel, please. Any of his songs on the system? So we can give the guys a chance. Not let the guys clear. Abel, where am I supposed to be seeing the songs? Oh, I don't know. Pick the Bloodlines. I don't pick which is the one that's most played. Okay, wait, go to Badimo. Barre something.
This one.
Yeah, Barre Kokomeleng. That one. Let's do that one. So I'll introduce, then you'll go straight into the song, no?
Sure.
Give me a second.
The first thing was Sting Fest.
What? Upside of failure. Sting first.
Yes, ma'am.
Stand by, guys. All right. You can go. 8 minutes after 2 o'clock, the second and final hour of 7:02 afternoons with me, Lebogile Maboja. It's a Friday. We're going to be jumping into what we do on a Friday, the upside of failure. And today we're joined by award-winning jazz musician, saxophonist, and composer Steve Dyer. I am so excited for this one. Your calls with your questions and comments, 011-883-0702, SMS us 31702, tweet at Relebogile M at Radio 702 using the hashtag 702 afternoons and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702. Hi!
Hello.
We're just letting the guys clear. How are you doing? I'm so glad you came. Thank you so much. Have a seat. Must I move this out the way? Abel, so we know next time, ne? Abel, if we have a DJ. Oh, sorry. Are you okay? Okay. Abel, next time we have a DJ setup, we must go back to the other studio. Because it takes long to de-rig.
Can leave your equipment here.
Linda also wants equipment, eh? Hook me up, guys.
One day.
I'll tell you when we're gonna come out. Posh, get settled. Oh, Posh, please go speak to reception about Leah, my videographer, my Kakonolo Ntebogo, 4 people. Hair, makeup, whatever. I forgot to tell them that they're coming and they can go straight through to makeup. Thank you. I hate interrupting a song. I hate interrupting a song because I'm already now, I'm been taken away. Stand by.
So you're saying that just before you interrupt the song?
She must relax. I have to close her feet so that she doesn't speak.
I'm coming. I want a musical place to come in. Here we go. The sounds of our upside of failure guest, Steve Dyer. Badimo re tlhokomeleng. That is what it is, and he is in the building. What an honor. Oh, listen, I was just saying to Mr. Steve Dyer off air, I hate interrupting a song because not only are the listeners already halfway through their spiritual journey, I'm also there. Thank you so much for coming.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
I'm just curious as to where the song takes you every time you perform it.
Look, this song was done, I'm revealing something about my age.
Yes.
But, over 20 years ago. But it's still has a special place in my heart. Because generally, I think when I've released something, then it's done, and then I'm thinking of the next thing.
Yes.
I've just finished a project now,
And the thing is that when you're in the recording of it and the mixing and the mastering, it's the most important thing in the world.
Yes.
And when it's finished, it's gone. It's like, what's next?
Yes.
And then the album comes out, and you have to get all excited about it. But yeah, it's so it's bittersweet actually to listen to this now and have sentiment about it, because time has moved on. But I love it. I love it. I felt it.
Outside though of what you're saying, I mean, 2 decades is a long time. You are not the same person at all from the person who wrote, recorded, and then performed it to promote it. That at some point, what's kapela in English? You get sick of it almost. I recall, your Mendoza, who would say to me, may his soul rest in peace, he's so sick of Ngalagata, Do you have any songs that you are sick of performing, even though they are a gift? It's the ones that whenever you're on stage, your fans expect to hear that song. But you, like you say, are trying to move on to the next chapter in your journey.
I think the advantage about improvised music is that you can make it different every time.
Oh.
So I wouldn't want, like, if I'm going to play Badimu Ritlokomeleng again, it wouldn't be the same as this. And you have the ability to stretch out and do something different. And I think that's always been important for me. I don't want to be yesterday's man. I want to be in the present. I want to be influenced by people around me and the youth. Thank goodness I've got children to keep me in check. And yeah, it's an ability, if you talk about improvised music, to take the track in different places every time you perform it.
Are you like, your Miles Davis, where there had to be 3 takes on the album because you just couldn't choose? So which one was the one? Because jazz lends itself that you're never going to get the same thing twice with all the various solos and things. Or are you the type where you say this is it? Because I know many a musician who's an exceptional perfectionist when it comes to the process, but at the same time, you feed off of one another as musicians in a performance. So how is the recording process for you versus live?
What I find in the recording process is often the first cut is the one.
Right?
Yeah.
Even if it with its little mistakes,
Yes.
it's the one.
Yeah, life has imperfection, and that's the challenge as an artist, to try and not get hung up on this little nugget of imperfection, where the overall mood of it is the important thing. And so increasingly, I think as I age, the more important thing is relaying a sentiment rather than relaying something that's perfect. I mean, my ultimate hero, John Coltrane, apparently he used to record something 30 times, and each take was probably perfect, or in terms of him and his gravitas, but he would strive and strive and strive for more. So I seem to remember, I think it was Count Basie, that he did 2 takes of one track.
Yes.
And then after that they said, hey, let's do another one. And they said, listen, he said, no, we don't want to do another one because you'll be trying to imitate yourself.
Oh, it's almost like picking up the gum off the floor and chewing it again. The flavor's finished by a certain number of takes.
Yeah, and sometimes your subconscious is the most powerful element in the music. And so if you overthink things, then they start becoming stilted and too measured.
Oh, we need to take a break. When we come back, we continue on the upside of failure. Interesting voice note that's come through. Can't wait to play it for you. 702. Guys, I'm going to turn the cameras around so you can see the man behind the mic. Oh, wait, I have to do it like I'm getting better at this business. Flip camera.
Clement
There he is.
A good face for radio.
How do I flip this camera? Okay, this one's TikTok, this one is Facebook. There he is. I'm getting better at this thing, this social media thing. Okay, got a live read. Don't miss the remarkable, versatile, and world-renowned Buscade Soweto String Ensemble at its annual performance featuring a wide range of popular music favorites from classical to amapiano. These young musicians will be joined by South Africa's charismatic diva Sibongile Ngoma, singing jazz, blues, and rock songs. The concert takes place at the Linda Auditorium on Sunday, the 3rd of August at 3 p.m. Book now at Quicket. Okay, let's see. Hush, did you help them get in? Are they there? Okay. It's very weird. I hear my voice every day, but I get surprised hearing it in voice over recordings, which I shouldn't, but you know. Abel, today's Unplugged was so fire. So, Abel, how do I find the new link? What's wrong? Yeah? Can't hear you, can't hear you. Okay. Boring Abel. Huh? Can you just pull your mic slightly closer to you? Is the mic fine? So what are they saying? Okay, no, they were just saying your level's good.
It's an artist, they know being on mic. Because I'm listening this side. And I'm monitoring it.
Okay.
702. The upside of failure. Proof that a setback can lead to a step forward.
21 minutes after 2 o'clock, the upside of failure, and we're sitting with Mr. Steve Dyer, award-winning jazz muso saxophonist, as well as a composer. We take your calls with your comments and questions. Audible 1 8830702 and the WhatsApp line 072 702 1702. We've got a voice note that I just have to play for us on 072 702 1702.
Your guest. If I didn't hear the introduction, I believe that the black person was.
Mr. Dyer, is there a little black man living inside of you?
For me, the terms of black and white are kind of problematic because I think I look at big pictures. So I'm an Anglo-African, and that term is not loosely used, but that's something that I believe accurately describes who I am. My father was English, and then on my mother's side, it's some Welsh and some German. So I'm a real mixture, a mongrel. And I think that's good for the human genome because we have a limited gene pool and you need cross-fertilization. Having said that, to answer the question, I was very fortunate when I was younger to play in Tati Jones' band.
Oh!
Yeah, the band in all these different bands from South Africa used to come across. Bayete, Becky Koza, Philip Tavani, the Elite Swingsters, the Jazz Pioneers, you know, and so it was a real hub of music that couldn't exist in South Africa because of apartheid, but it was free. So I know that all the musicians that used to come out to Botswana in those days, Abu Tembo Mkhize, Abu Fana Zulu, a lot of them, they really felt that freedom. Bakaya, Mahlangu, they really felt that sense of freedom when they got into Botswana. Whereas we were there never knowing if we could really come back. But you know, I was schooled there with Mtate Kwamba for 3 years. I played with the band, and I really learned that thing of arranging music from, like, what is the bass drum doing? How does that complement with the bass guitar? How does that complement with the rhythms? And he really had a grasp of South African rhythms. You know, he was his cultural roots were in Ndebele, but you know, he knew different. He'll say, okay, this is a closer rhythm, just say any much, and or else, you know, the Tswana thing. We would always end the show with that track of his Diplomo Ditsile.
I mean, come on. That is like iconic. It's an anthem now.
Yeah, it is. So that's where I got schooled, and then I went and stayed in Zimbabwe, and I got schooled in that kind of music. So all of these influences come through to me, and I also feel that some sensibilities come through from my childhood in the Western classical tradition. So I think to be true to yourself as an artist, you have to embrace and imbibe all the different elements that make you who you are. I'm just trying to be myself in the medium of music.
I love all the influences you speak of. I consider myself a jazz baby just because that's all my parents would play. They may not have been gifted with the fingers for the chords and the vocals for the notes, but they were definitely gifted with the ear for solidly beautiful jazz music. And then you look at the classical, which is quite rigid. Yes, you had some of the composers that would out of nowhere do a quick key change or time signature change mid song, which made it feel like we're either going into South America or going into Africa. And I'm curious, just in terms of your influences, where you have the discipline of classical, which is phenomenal in itself of doing your scales on the daily, but you also then have the freedom that comes with the improv and jazz, where a song can be 16 minutes long and nobody notices that you've even been going that long. What would you say the gift has been of being able to master both in their unique ways? I mean, there's room for new things, but there is something about knowing a Bach or a Mozart. There is something about knowing a Handel. And just and I don't find that there are many musicians that have beautifully found that middle ground. I mean, I'll reference Bala, who can switch between anything and everything, you know, from your kwaito to amapiano to straight up classical and orchestration all the way into jazz. But for you, what is the healthy middle, and what would you share you have learned from having experience in both?
Okay. First of all, for clarification, I'm not a master.
You're a maestro. You're not a master, you're a maestro.
Even that term, whenever people come up with that term, I say, hold on, please. You know, Abdullah Ibrahim in an interview was called a master, and he said he had to go to a spiritual advisor in Japan and say to him, look, these people are calling me a master. What can I do about it? And the advisor said, look, it's good for business.
I get exactly what you
But
mean.
yeah, in terms of
From a branding perspective.
yeah, as soon as you start thinking of yourself as a master and a maestro, where is there to go and grow? And I go and grow every day. To answer your question, in terms of the various different elements that make up the music, maybe the analogy of if you're going to have scrambled egg, you scramble outside of the pan and then you put the egg in the pan rather than and this is where I find a lot of these collaborations or cross-cultural work, they don't adequately formulate the the content of the music before it's released. So it sounds like contrived. The last thing I want to do is sound contrived or inauthentic. And so I'm just playing and living my life, playing my experiences. And and so it's important for me that yes, I will dare and I'll take chances in terms of the way I collate things. And I think that's more and more apparent in the latest album that's due to be released in October. Yeah, I'm daring myself to make the changes and the collisions, make sense of them, because I think it's also reflective of our life now, where all these cultures and all these ideas are coming up against each other, and the new project is going to be called Multipolar, and that is because we are living in a world now where inevitably centers of power are being distributed across the world. And so even though we're living in very trying times with the last vestiges of colonialism, they are not going to be there for a long time. And we're going to have a world order which is going to be a lot more progressive. And this is my hope and belief.
We continue with the conversation when we come back from the news. It's 2:30. Time for latest Eyewitness News headlines. Good afternoon.
Thanks, Lebohile. Very good afternoon. President
Love it. Love it. Today, my musical self is so fulfilled. From the soulful deep house music to this conversation, I'm a happy girl. I'm a happy girl.
Victoria, Kachana has now been appointed the acting police minister, while the man he is filling in for, Senzo Mkulu, is on
Okay.
paid to
Yes, I've got a live read.
allegations against him.
I should have ran
At the same time,
to the bathroom. I've regretted already not running to the bathroom.
As next week, the National Assembly ad
Oh,
hoc
Zoba, right.
investigating the allegations made by KZN police commissioner.
Bonolo says, I appreciate that you don't just interrupt the song. Sometimes I have to because my producer's like, hey, we're late. But I try to find a musical place because, yes, you feel like you're ruining it for the person.
Between the airlines management as well as trade union solidarity, FlySafair pilots had called for salary adjustments.
So the FlySafair guys, are they stopped? Pilot strike has ended. Okay.
Those are the headlines. This EWN and more at 3 or
EWN traffic.
Well, at this stage, if you're traveling through Protea Glen, there's bumper-to-bumper traffic. This is on the N12 westbound between the R554 Abu Bakr Drive and the R558. There's also slow-moving traffic heading into Soweto. That's on the Chris Hani Road opposite Bara Hospital. While if you're heading towards Midrand, that's leaving Santon. Traffic is heavily backed up on the M1 southbound. That's between Athol Oaklands and Marlborough Drive. Also in the Kelvin area. We're still dealing with that accident scene, N3 northbound, before the bequeathed change, causing huge delays all the way from London Road. Also, there's slow-moving traffic heading into Bedford View. That's coming from the Edenvale area on the R24 westbound between Edenvale Road and the Gililis Exchange. If you come across any other traffic issues, please SMS us on 31702. We're also on X at EW Traffic.
On air, online, and on EWN app.
To every 702 lander who laced up, showed up, and walked the talk with us this past Sunday, thank you. The 702 family loved every moment walking, talking, and connecting with you on the route. You made the 2025 702 Walk the Talk one for the books, and we can't wait to do it all again with you next year. Here's to you, 702 landers, and here's to the 2025 702 Walk the Talk, hosted by Freedom Park in the city of Tshwane.
Celebrate Women's Month.
Guys, muting you. There's a gambling ad. Why? Can I just ask, why are the levels not the same in the studio?
Which levels?
So here I'm on 20, about the 30%
Oh, you
in
mean
that
when you
studio.
change this thing?
Here I have to be on 50%.
Oh, that's how they set them on the profile.
I'm so confused.
So in that other side, you're not using the same profile. This is Bongani's profile.
No,
Or this is the generic
can I
profile.
have my profile?
You're not using your profile outside.
No, whoever's profile. I just don't want the levels to be crazy here. No, but Clement also can't. His ears are not where my ears are.
The profile you're used to is his profile.
Okay, can I request my profile? So that my ears are leveled. It's gonna drive me nuts. Hey John, yeah, we've swapped sides because we're streaming. But you understand what I'm saying? I just want to protect my ears and make sure we are leveling where we need to level.
Who needs a kitchen? Simply spend 200 Rand or more and you could win Simply Asia for a year. T's and C's apply.
It's not the same.
Did you ever work in the UK? If you did,
How will I know my hearing isn't deteriorating if in two different studios I'm on different levels? If I have a... Oh, please. Yes. Yes.
And the audiologist said that you can end up favoring one ear. I've never heard of that before.
So remember, I had to get my sinus up because this left ear was blocked. So I'm very sensitive because I also need to hear all levels. Some people's ears don't hear certain low registers because of the music work I do. So I'm very sensitive to how will I know if it's not standardized that actually my hearing's going because I'm making the volume go high and high. But I must actually go do an audio. I haven't even tested my eyes in a while. This is bad. I'm turning 40, John. 702 Drive is coming up from 3 to 6 p.m. with John Pillman. Happy Friday, John.
Happy Friday to you too. Good afternoon to all our listeners.
What's coming up on your show today?
So there's quite a bit going on. We have a new acting police minister, Professor Feroz Kachale, sworn in today. We are trying to get him on the show. We'll let you know if we're successful. It being Friday, we have Randall Abrams with Randall's One Song.
Yep.
That's a 10 to 5. We have a song, a book, and a dish. We're going to be talking to rugby commentator Paul Stubbs.
Ooh.
Some people would imagine and say, oh, what a job. Nice and easy to just sit there and talk about the Springboks while they play rugby. Trust me, it is a demanding job. It's one you go through a lot of hoops to just get in the seat. Paul joining us at about 20 to 6. And I'm really looking forward to that. I've enjoyed his work. Kirby Gordon is the chief person communicating for Fly Sapphire. We'll hear from him about the end of the strike. We'll also hear from Solidarity, the union that has been prosecuting the strike on behalf of the pilots. And then we're going to talk to the organization Josie My Josie. They had a massive cleanup fix-up in the Ellis Park area. What I want to ask them about, though, is they did the same thing last year. And it's admirable work, it's important work, but do you have to do this every year? Because my understanding is you try to fix things in a way that stay fixed, but also that empowers, hopefully, or at the very least, pokes in the ribs and says, hey, to the people who actually paid to fix the place up. So I think there are a lot of questions. As I say, and I'm repeating myself, it's admirable work, but I'm not sure you can run a city where people come in and kind of fix stuff. People say make every day Mandela Day, but there are also the days where people ought to just do their jobs. And we'll explore that at 3:25. And then tariffs have kicked in. We've looked at how it affects the citrus sector. We've looked at the automotive sector. The wine industry is facing some serious issues as Americans pull down put them up at 30% for today at least.
Yep. All right. We'll see how the wine one comes along because that's a big part of our exports and we're doing very well around the world. 702 Drive with John Pullman coming up from 3 to 6 p.m. The upside of failure, 22 minutes to 3 o'clock, and we continue with award-winning jazz muso, saxophonist, and composer. Do not call him a master or a maestro. Please, he's too humble for that. 011 883 0702 in the WhatsApp line 0727021702. I can completely respect you saying that because many of the great musicians in particular and creative spaces still practice their scales. I mean, I can reference Mr. Carlo Mombelli, who will say, he still has to keep practicing. And the moment maybe you think of yourself as a maestro or a master, it's almost like the road is done now. Whereas there is so much to continue learning. There are indigenous instruments that people are trying to revive and bring back to life and to compose for. And I believe that there is still so much work to be done. In terms of the lessons you've learned from being a musician, what would you say is the one that you apply to your day-to-day life?
Well, I think that music for me is a way of life and it's not a career. And that's the most important thing that I carry with myself every day. So just as Carlo said, and maybe as you grow older, you have to play more. But I'm practicing. Well, you see, I don't call it practicing now. I try and make it as musical as possible whenever I'm playing. And so it's not a question of just playing scales. It's a question of patterns for me. Patterns are really important and things that I'm really looking at. Because I think we as humans, we relate to patterns. So in terms of music and in terms of improvised music, sometimes I feel that people are playing to show off what they can do technically on their instrument. But the real great composers, even if they play outside of the tonality, they take the listener there with patterns. And so I recognize that even if I'm playing a pattern that you wouldn't be able to sing, you can hear where it's about to.
Yes. Oh, I'm still stealing that. I'm so stealing that. We open up the lines 011 883 0702, the WhatsApp line 0727021702. Vukile from Bromfontein, go ahead. Yes.
Oh, Intati, unsolitengo Botswana. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Vugile ra leboga for that call and to explain gore he's a humble man. Jwale Setswana wa se tseba. Wa se leka. So what about your Prachting the Deutsch?
Prachting the Deutsch, what, Afrikaans?
No, you're German.
German. I know what Uber means.
It's so funny because I have an uncle who has been living in Germany for over 3 decades. His German is pure, but his Setswana is also still pure. And they're so happy to be home to only speak Setswana. So I'm going to connect the two of you. He can revive your German and help improve the Setswana.
The German was never there.
Oh, it was
just in the roots.
in the roots. We've got your voice notes 0727021702.
When he mentioned Bamazu, that's my friend. He's at the home. I knew that, that's best.
How does it make you feel when you get that kind of feedback from people, knowing and understanding how deeply what you do does for them?
Well, you see, when you're playing music, um, it's not like a carpenter. When you're a carpenter, you can get pieces of wood and you build a chair, and then you say, okay, that's the chair, and its function is for you to sit on. When you create something creative, music, what is it? You can't explain it, and that's the beauty that draws it to me. But you, it, when you get somebody, you, well, I for myself, I'm trying to expose the essence of my being, and when someone can respond to it and identify it and feel it, I'm blessed. I'm really blessed, and so those calls really mean the world to me.
A message says, wow, Lebogile, such an excellent grasp of jazz. I'm impressed. And here I was thinking you were just into acting, etc. I've heard about the legendary Steve Dyer for decades and always wondered what kind of a guy he is. So thank you for this. And then the question is, how did he find working with the late, great Oliver Mtukudzi? And has he ever worked with Ja Praiser of Zimbabwe? That's from Farai.
Oh, I've never worked with Joe Praiser, but I certainly worked with Oliver Mtukudzi. And now we're talking about the upside of failure. Let me tell you a little story.
Yes.
In I think it was 1997, the guy Christian Muse, who really loved African music. And at the time, paradoxically now, all Oliver's albums, about 35 or 40 of them at the time, were on vinyl, and he didn't have a CD. So Christian said, no, it's time to make him a CD. And so we were in negotiation with him. And the idea was that we were going to record in South Africa. We were going to send the files over to France, and they were going to mix and do everything there. I can't remember exactly what happened during the process, but we ended up mixing, mastering, doing everything here. And that, in terms of my producing, not career, my producing part of my music.
Yes.
That is the album that really stands out, and that's the Tugu music that has it's like Todi and all of that. We had no idea when we were doing it that it would be so successful. But my point here is that sometimes necessity is the mother of invention.
Oh.
So we recorded that in Berea, in small backyard studio, but everything came together. And I'm sorry, France and Christian, this was something that was proudly done here.
And isn't it amazing how sometimes the things that look like they're not going well turn out to be the best thing that's ever happened to you?
Yes, yeah. I mean, you know, you have to roll with the punches.
We've got another voice note 0727021702. All right, we will get to the voice note. Before we go to another break, I need to know, as the father of Bokani, I've got a 4-year-old. And I know many of my listeners don't know, but I'm a musician actually before anything else.
Okay.
What does it take to raise a muso? And it's I'm sure there's parts, and I'm not sure if this is accurate, but I have parts of me that didn't want my child to be a creative kid because it can be complicated, just the industry and understanding how it is. But at the same time, wanting him to be exposed as much as possible to explore. Now, I can't run away from the fact that he's rhythmically gifted. He sings in key from when he was really young. And now I'm like, how do I make him a musician, a great musician? What tips can you share for the parents without obviously trying to live through your child and impose yourself onto your child?
Yeah, I think that's a very important point, is that, look, you've had your life as a parent. Don't try and live your other life and feel that through your inadequacies, you want to live your life through somebody else, even though it happens to be your kid. They've got their own lives. And so I have 3 kids. 2 of them is Bokani, who is really in music. I must say that I never told him go into music because I didn't want him to turn around later and say, hey,
you see,
Pops, why did you bring me into here? So it was his choice that he went into it. I think definitely because he was surrounded by music, that was a choice he made. My youngest daughter, Sibusisiwe, is now studying music at Wits. And the same thing, I never told her, please, don't do this. So, and my son Kolani, second born, he decided, he played some drums, and then he looked at it and he said, nah. And so he's in sales.
and you said, yes, I got one out.
There's someone that's not, that's someone that's going to be financially independent and can give us some tips on financial tips.
Yes.
But to get back to you, I think let's in terms of education, this way that we're educated now, that there's a maths class and a science class and then a music class and then it's all stratified, and that is not the African way. We need much more holistic ways of recognizing learning. So you can be a philosopher and a painter and a musician and a carpenter, whatever you feel. It shouldn't be either or. And so my idea for you and your kid is develop that love, and so you never want him to go to that Western classical piano lesson. Oh, mommy, do I have to go?
Yes.
But if he loves music, he's loving something that's beautiful. And so I would encourage him all the way. Tell him maybe not to play jazz. But yeah, I would encourage him in that score, but as well as encouraging him in other spheres as well.
Do you want to know what the irony is? My parents that wouldn't let me go to art school are the ones who, when he was around 2, say, you don't have a choice here. You can see he's an artist, he's a creator. I'm like, you two, of all people. We'll take another break. When we come back, more of your messages. No, my parents, I was like, excuse me, I begged to go to art school, but because I was very academic and on bursary, they were like, nope, we need actuaries and engineers. And then I ended up not going there. And I wish I had, because I play by ear, I write by ear. But yeah, I can see that this little guy is. I'll actually send you something. Stand by. It's the clarion call for the 26th Standard Bank Joy of Jazz. Choose your days carefully, because this time we're going all out as the heavyweight jazz at Lincoln Center with Winton Marcellus make a triumphant return to the Sandton Convention Center on the 26th and the 28th of September 2025, alongside the already star-studded lineup of over 60 world-class acts across 4 stages. On second thoughts, we recommend you buy yourself all 3 days via Ticketmaster. Take me there. So the truth is, I'm gonna mute you guys because you're not supposed to hear this, but it's, what do I have to do? I recorded an EP, and then I had anxiety about letting it go. It was, I'm not a studio performer. I like the live and the vibe. Now the listening to it over and over and fixing, and that gave me anxiety. Then the product was done, and then other people gave their opinions, and I was like, just leave it. And now I'm turning 40, and I said I'm just releasing it. So that's what. Yeah, there's some acid jazz on it. But I have anxiety.
But you've got to be happy with your everything else needs to be
I'm an overthinker. It's terrible. 7 minutes to 3 o'clock, the upside of failure. And we are wrapping up our conversation with award-winning jazz musician and saxophonist Steve Dyer. Your calls on 011 8830702, the WhatsApp line 0727021702. There is a message here which says, "What a beautiful interview, laden with pearls of life and wisdom. Even the way Steve speaks and communicates is artistic." From Dr. Philemon Mahuma. Another one says, "Great musician in studio. Good afternoon. Can Steve tell us about the idea behind the fabulous Mahube album and the people behind the track called Way in the same album?"
Well, Mahube was a collaboration of Southern African musicians. So I had been in Botswana playing kind of Marabi-based music with Brajonis. And then I went to Zimbabwe, and I found a much more introspective, kind of spiritual leaning of the music towards the Mbira-based, which it has in Shona culture, that spiritualism within it. And then I came back home and I found there's no music of Zimbabwe in here. There's no music of the region. We don't know what's going on, and these are artificially created borders. And so then the idea of Mahube was born. And on the first album, we had music predominantly from South Africa, Zimbabwe, and Malawi. On the second album, I thought, no, we need some Tswana music. And so Ke Didi We is a Tswana traditional song that I remember from my time there. And we got Ndingo Joa to sing that song. So yeah, I tried to make it as representative of the region as possible. And when I conceptualized this project, I thought there are going to be so many more that are going to happen after this. But that hasn't really been the case. And I think Mahube, the reason is because the relationships were real. I knew a lot of the musicians for a long time, and we were friends before we decided, okay, let's get together and create something and show that the different music of the region can coalesce into something that says something for the region as opposed to any specific country within it.
In terms of your master's degree, what happened there?
My master's degree is incomplete, and I don't think I wanted to do the subject of the notion of Ubuntu in South African jazz, because everyone talks about South African jazz. It's so different. It's so distinctive. But then when you say, how is it so distinctive? Why is it so distinctive? And for me, I wanted to explore the reason for it being distinctive and different is because the relationships between people are different. And then Ubuntu came into the picture. I was stunted in terms of, I feel that a lot of academia, it concentrates on style over substance. In other words, you have to formulate what you're trying to do in a very specific way. And I feel that academia often protects its own space, and it leaves a lot of creativity. Never mistake intelligence for ignorance. So we need African knowledge systems to come to the fore. So I would say that outside of not completing masters, still with intellectual property, and I came into contact with this amazing Professor Mokgobe Ramose. For me, his his teachings of Ubuntu or something, please can you get him on the station? Because as a
Did
lot
you
of
hear that, Pashida? We're gonna get him on the station, and we've run out of time. But I very quickly need to ask in one sentence, what have you learned about failure?
well, failure causes resilience.
Failure causes resilience.
Resilience. So when you're faced with failure, you have to be resilient in overcoming it.
Mr. Steve Dyer, I could keep you here for days on end, just talking and getting all the wisdom out of you. Thank you, and thank you.
Thank you so much.
It went by so quickly. I mean, it's a 1 hour slot, but it still goes by so quickly. Oh, I'm so sad. The time went too quickly.
I didn't tell you I'm a fan of the show.
Oh,
Yeah. I'm a fan.
Don't get me blushing. I can't be blushing like this. Muting you guys. Oh, sorry, it's my mic. Gambling ads, guys, are a problem. There was 100 million jackpots and I didn't win. Why are you laughing at me? I also have dreams. Abel.
You know, Bokani was down there, I think in Durban, with some of the guys involved in Hollywood Bets.
Oh, is it?
Life is going real great for them. So you got to think that your money that you spend.
I know.
South Africans, no. Don't be another South African.
And the people who win are the ones that played R2.50. Like there's a retired mom of 3 in Cape Town who just won 30-something million. You never know.
What's she going to do with it? You never know. But look, I'm not holding out much hope. I think you're just fine where you are. You might mess up your life.
Right. And that's the scary thing, is the number of people who do mess up their lives by winning.
Yeah.
I think I won't win because I have plans for it. I've planned too much. I'm going to take us to the news. Okay. Is it time? Thank you so much for joining us. Have a good weekend. It's 3:00. Guys, I'm going to say bye to you so I can talk to Ntate Daya in confidence. Bye. Thanks for tuning in. One more. Thanks for tuning in, guys. See you next time. Will you mute? I wanted to play you a snippet. A young snippet. And it's not a good way to listen. A laptop's never. Link. Let me just triple check.
Tune, I can tell you that.
I want to triple check. That's your number.
No.
Okay. Let me put it on my phone. Is that your agent or manager?
No, I don't recognize that. Is that
Helga? 400. It's possibly Helga.
It's probably Helga.
Oh, we need to do photos. I even forgot about photos.
Yes.
Do you know yours by head?
My phone number?
Yes.
Do you think I've got dementia?
No, because sometimes you've changed numbers.
083.
Sometimes you've changed numbers. I've had the same number since I was 14 and I'm turning 14. Yeah. My first cell phone.
Though, to Telkom?
Yes, I ported from MTN to Telkom.
Yeah.
083
309 3620.
Okay, I will message you.
And then I listen with
in your own time.
I'll support South African wives. And have a little sip
There we
while
go.
I'm listening to this.
Where you want us, my darling?
Yeah, okay.
She said, just here.
Yeah.
Sir, will you do us the honor?
You've never bought a phone on contract, no?
What?
A phone.
No, my current SIM card is on contract. But it was a special when it came out. 1,000 rand for unlimited everything.
Hectic.
And I'm so happy I did it.
Yeah, no.
Are you smiling or not? You always smile.
Do you want a straight face? Okay. I'm always, because I feel like my smile is like the most
Beautiful.
Thank you. Are you going to show? Okay, one for him alone. Is that my scuff team?
Up to you. Yeah.
Did you see your billboard?
Yes, I did.
Did somebody take a photo of you with it?
Man, you know, I just don't like social media, but I did.
You know what's wild? I had to just accept the social media thing.
Just accept it because
It's a part of the new world order.
But you know what I find is that, like, when you go onto Facebook, people are putting out the best view of themselves, and it's like you're thinking, okay, these guys, and also creatively, everyone's giving you ideas on how to, you know. So.
But I think just do what makes sense to you at the end of the day. Do you be yourself? I know some people who won't post themselves without makeup. They know. If I'm with makeup on, it means I'm working. Like now I'm going to get into the makeup chair for the Basadin Music Awards because I'm nominated. Other than that, Friday is when I go home and I have my edible and watch movies with my son and have popcorn. That's my Friday routine. Is get the can of oil in the system and like chill out, you know. So that's my Friday routine. But now, I'm so because I take awards in this country with like a pinch of salt. We don't do what we do for awards, but also like you actually have to show up. Because I was like, can't my manager go except for me if I win? Because one of the categories is radio. The other one is podcast presenting, and the other one is my TV producing work. So I have to
nominated for
3 awards. So I have to suck it up.
Yeah, look, for me, these awards, at least the Summers, you've got a group of people that are checking out.
Yes.
But these awards where you can sit on the phone and vote for yourself.
This was a vote for. It was a vote for a thing. So it's a popularity, and on top of that, the votes are R1.50. So I take them with a pinch of salt, and I think my team would have been very upset with me if I did not go.
Yeah.